You're crying, but I think the little devil.
I think that's so sad. It's really sad.
There's a really important message, isn't there? That, I mean, when I saw it, I thought, you so-and-so.
But it's true. They'll make the effort to come when he's dead, but they won't come for...
Yes. No, exactly. But it is sad. And I just think, you know, every year my mum says to me, right, you know, don't worry, why don't you all go away? Don't worry. She's obviously trying to get rid of us. But I couldn't contemplate a parent of mine having Christmas on their own.
No, not at all.
I mean,
we used to drag our granny round. I think she couldn't wait to go, to be honest.
I think it'd be the worst thing in the world to be on your own at Christmas. However, just to look at the other side of it, first of all, I think that all of us know somebody who would really value being within a family, a neighbour, an elderly relative, whatever, and I think we could all do a bit more. But the other side of it is, I've seen some people in their 80s and 90s, and they actually, in a way, are so used to being at home, they think, well, I've done all the children thing, you know, 40, 50 years ago. It's just another day. I'm sort of in my little routine.
Yeah.
And I don't want all the fuss, so I'm very happy to stay at home. So there is another point of view.
That is so good to hear, because, as you know, my lovely nanny Thelma, who's actually my husband's nan, she's 91, and we haven't been able to get her to come up for Christmas for the last 3 or 4 years. We say we'll send we'll send a chauffeur, we'll get a helicopter, we'll do anything, come here. Oh, no, dear, no, I don't want to. Just me and my cat, just me. And we're spending the whole time thinking, oh, my God, it's so awful, and Christmas Day we feel guilty, and why isn't she with us? And it's a good point you make, because I'm looking at it from my age. Maybe when you're 91, it's actually quite nice to
be
go.
honest, it'll be... Now, you've got 2 kids, you've got dogs, everybody turning up. I'd be saying, do you know, I'm all right, actually.
Yeah, well, I've never thought of it like that. Maybe she just doesn't want to.
I think if they're coming to stay with you, absolutely.
Yes.
But if it's the other way around and you can just go round for lunch and then leave when you want to.
She doesn't want us to go there.
But, you know, those stories you read in the papers sometimes of where they've asked for somebody... There was a guy the other day, an ex-soldier, and they'd asked for people to come to his funeral because they didn't think anybody was going to turn up. And these other stories where you read about somebody where they've lain dead for 3 weeks in their flat, and there are so many lonely people out there. And then occasionally in those stories you get some member of the family coming out going, well, I don't know what the social services were doing. Never mind the social services, what were you doing as their family?
I mean, the only thing I would, just to reiterate something I mentioned earlier on, is the fact that we are now getting into the Christmas spirit, and I'd love to think that maybe we all could do a little bit extra this year, just to make sure that you don't have a lonely person on the